Lads and ladies, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. So, we've got some big news we need to talk about today. EA/DICE just released a brand new community update for Battlefield Labs. And in this community update, we are getting our first official information about the upcoming Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 6. And of course, I want to get this video out as quickly as possible just to get this news into your hands. So we're going to read through this community update together and see what it has to say. All right, so Battlefield Labs Community Update Battle Royale testing. This week, we begin testing a new addition to our Battlefield universe, a battle royale built on Battlefield's unique DNA. By this week, I think they normally do the Battlefield Labs testing over the weekends. That's like usually when all the leaks come out, is normally Saturday and Sunday. So by this week, I am imagining that this testing is going to happen this weekend. So we'll probably see some leaks coming out about this weekend as well. The information and feedback from players in Battlefield Labs will be incredibly valuable in helping to refine and deliver this experience. The details below are intended to help players understand our philosophy for this mode and to provide context for participants in the upcoming Battlefield Labs test so they can jump right into the action. Battle Royale the Battlefield way. We see a great opportunity to infuse the core Battlefield pillars of class-based squad play, tactical destruction, and vehicle combat into the Battle Royale genre to create a high-stakes and adrenaline-pumping gameplay experience. Okay, so there is a ton of information packed into that single first sentence. So I guess at this point we have confirmed classes are going to be in the Battle Royale mode. Squads, of course, tactical destruction, so classes, destruction, and vehicles in the Battle Royale mode. I think we probably all kind of assumed there would be some kind of vehicles, at least transportation, but this specifically says vehicle combat. So, I mean, are we talking like tanks and jets and stuff in the Battle Royale mode? Like, this could be crazy, but let's keep going. This is Battlefield's twist on the classic formula, so you can expect to find all of the core principles of Battlefield taking place within this mode. Gadgets, explosives, destructible environments, and vehicles can all be used to secure the win. Okay, listen, all right? Like, straight up. This could possibly be amazing. On the other hand, like, I wonder how they're going to like sort of balance vehicles. So imagine, right? Imagine you're getting down towards, one of the final circles. There's a handful of squads left, and one of those squads has a tank, and none of the other squads have a tank. Like, that could potentially be a tough situation. So, like, this is definitely exciting, right? I want to see how this plays out, and I'm curious to see sort of how they're going to handle this, how they're going to balance there being combat vehicles in a battle royale mode. Destructible environments, also very cool. So, no camping in like houses like you see people doing in Warzone. Like, somebody will just camp in a house and wait for the final zone and load up all the doorways with bouncing betties or whatever, so if somebody's camping in a house, just take the house out, you're good to go. Battlefield at its core, key elements players can expect in this test. All right. So, map. Battlefield is no stranger to epic maps, and this all-new map has been built for the Battle Royale experience. It features a diverse array of tactical points of interest, each with distinct layouts and themes that offer unique gameplay opportunities. So, we have seen footage of this map in, well, the leaks for one. If you saw any of the leaks, I think it was last weekend. And we've also seen there was that short clip of footage they showed at the Battlefield 6 event. And it really looks like this map is going to be in LA. I think at this point it's all but confirmed to be LA. I don't know that they have officially confirmed it, but if you've ever been to California, LA has a very distinct look, and it definitely looks like it's going to be LA. Vehicles. Players can find common transport vehicles around the map and even unlock powerful armored vehicles to turn the tide of battle. The intent is to offer more ways for players to traverse the map early on in a match and to create interesting combined arms action in the process. All right, so you might have to unlock some of the combat vehicles. That's interesting. Tactical destruction. Destruction will be everywhere in this mode, from creating pathways through walls to toppling buildings. We look forward to seeing players' ingenuity with destruction and how they use it to defeat their opponents. And this, I don't know if you have thought about this, right? But adding destruction with destruction in Battlefield, really what you have is the ability to change the terrain, which from a tactical perspective, from a gameplay perspective, geez, that's hard to say, from a gameplay perspective is potentially huge in a battle royale, because we've never really seen that before, at least in any battle royale that I've played. Imagine, playing on Verdansk, but you can completely change the layout of the play space. This is like potentially going to make this battle royale very unique, and it's going to play like no other battle royale I think that we've played yet, at least that I've played yet. Squad play. For this test, each match will feature 100 players, I think pretty standard, organized into 25 4-player squads, again pretty standard, fighting to be the last one standing. Communicating with your squad through pings, text, or VoIP aims to boost the experience and enhance their tactical options, so that's all pretty standard fare. Second chances. This is something that I was like kind of wondering how they were going to handle. Between the support class revives, okay, so you will be able to revive, which I mean makes sense, and mobile redeploy options. There are multiple tools to keep your squad in the fight. That's interesting. So it sounds like no sort of gulag mechanic, but maybe you will be able to either obtain or unlock mobile redeploy stations, which you'll then be able to use to bring back down teammates. So that sounds pretty interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out. The Deadliest Ring in BR. We set out to bring the most dangerous ring in gaming to Battle Royale that instantly kills players upon contact. I have a feeling this is going to be contentious. With urgent warnings as the fire approaches, soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it, no using it for cover, no walking through it. If you get caught in it, you are done. We're excited to see how the ring affects the pace of the game and how it creates spontaneous showdowns. All right, so I have a feeling that this is going to be a little bit contentious, because I know some people really enjoy the gas play, right? That sounds like there's going to be none of that in this particular battle royale. So none of this like loading up on stims and going to hide somewhere on a map and shooting yourself up with stims until you win the match. None of that. I personally love this. Like, again, we'll have to see how it plays out. It could be frustrating at times, but I like the idea that you can't sort of cheese the gas that way. So I think this is cool. Let me know what you think about this, though, because I have a feeling this is going to be a contentious one. But, let me know what you think about it in the comments. All right, classes, training, and traits. Each squad gets to plan and choose which of the classes they will bring to battle. From a balanced squad of all 4 classes to a focused squad that's all 1 class, your team will use the unique strengths and weaknesses of their class to adapt and overcome the unique tactical scenarios they encounter in the Battle Royale experience. Once a match begins, players are not able to change their class for the rest of that match. That's interesting. So there's not going to be any kind of like loadout drop mechanic, which I think is an interesting choice. I don't know that I have a strong feeling about that, but going back to the vehicles, right? That scenario that I mentioned earlier, I could imagine a scenario where, say there's a couple of squads left, say there's 4 squads left. 2 of those squads have vehicles. Your squad does not have a vehicle, and nobody on your squad's an engineer, right? In a situation like that, adding some sort of loadout mechanic where your squad could potentially everyone switch to engineer to help combat those vehicles, I think would be a way to help balance a situation like that. So it's an interesting choice that they're saying there's just not going to be any way to do that. Again, I don't have a really strong opinion about that. We'll have to see how it plays out, but I can think of scenarios where it might be nice to have some kind of loadout mechanic in there. Players start the match with 2 default gadgets from their chosen class. During each match, players level up by earning XP through a variety of methods, such as defeating an opposing player, bonus for finishing off a squad, or completing missions, so there will be missions. Be on the lookout for intel cases. Finding these is crucial as they will provide XP to the whole squad. As players level up their class's training, they will gain access to new traits that enhance their chosen class and give both them and their squad a tactical edge in the match. So I wonder if these are some of the like the subclass traits that we've seen. I wonder if you will be sort of unlocking those throughout the match. So when you start the match, you'll have like your basic, you'll have your main weapon, your secondary, 2 gadgets, and then throughout the match, are you going to be unlocking subclass traits? Or I wonder if that's what that means. One example would be the assault class being faster and equipping an armor plate, which makes them harder to defeat in their next or current firefight. Okay, so they gave an example right afterward. I should just keep reading and shut my mouth. In Battlefield Labs, we'll be watching how players use the classes to build the most effective squads and how their unique traits contribute throughout each game. For example, just how critical is the support class's supply crate for maintaining ammo? How effective are the engineer's abilities when using or fighting against vehicles? So, of course, it sounds like everything they're talking about here, there's going to be testing and they're going to be looking at data and, of course, adjusting, which is the whole point of a beta test, right? The arms race. Throughout each match, players will explore the map, complete missions, and battle for loot to define their arsenal. There are 5 tiers of weapons to loot along with attachments, throwables, example frag grenades, gadgets, RPGs, strike packets, airstrike, armor, upgrade kits, and custom drops of favorited weapons. These items can be found across the experience through general loot crates, class-specific crates, unlocking armored trucks, mission rewards, or looting defeated enemies. All right, so we will have different tiers of weapons, just like in Warzone, or I think that's pretty standard for Battle Royales, and all types of other gear littered around the map. So I think pretty typical sounding stuff there, really. Missions will have squads try to complete objectives that offer extra rewards to gain a competitive edge over their opponents. So that's cool. Sounds like missions can give you potentially more than just like money and experience, like a recon mission in Warzone. You get to find out where the next circle is going to be. So I like those kinds of missions. Tasks range from unlocking high-value caches to planting explosives to eliminate mission-critical targets. Mission details will outline the available rewards, like a weapons cache, vehicle key, that's interesting, or mobile redeploy unit, leaving it up to each squad to decide if the risk is worth the potential reward. Once the mission objective is complete, rewards are airdropped in, so squads should stay alert for others who may attempt to steal them. That is interesting. So if I'm reading this right, it sounds like in order to get one of these vehicles, you're gonna need a key. And in order to get that key, you're going to need to complete a mission. But if your squad completes that mission, a different squad could potentially gank you for all of that loot, which is very interesting. That could create some really salty gameplay experiences there. I think I like that. These missions are crafted to challenge your squad's teamwork and reward precise execution under pressure, with the potential to shift the momentum of battle. Loot armor and how players engage with missions are key to the flow of play, and we can't wait to see how players connect and push through these areas of gameplay in Battlefield Labs. Drop in. All right, testing this new mode and all of its features with the community is the true power of Battlefield Labs. We are excited to hear about players' experiences as they explore the ins and outs of this Battle Royale done the Battlefield way. We look forward to sharing more details after the testing is complete and we've reviewed the feedback from players. To stay connected, share your feedback, blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's everything in the announcement. And to be honest, I'm pretty stoked for this Battle Royale. I mean, I'm pretty pumped for Battlefield in general, but this is like sounding potentially, it is very much a Battlefield twist on the Battle Royale. Like some of the decisions that it sounds like they're making here are, I think, very unique to what we have traditionally seen in Battle Royales up to this point. So this could potentially be a game changer. If this thing is fun, and if it really kind of gets a foothold in the Battle Royale space, this could potentially change the space, people. This could be one of those genre changing titles. This could make a big splash. I'm really excited for this. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Are you as excited about it as I am? Because honestly, reading through this is definitely kind of upped my excitement level for the Battle Royale specifically. But let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about any of the particular decisions in here, especially the decision to have insta-kill gas. I think that's going to be a pretty contentious decision, so I'm interested to hear what people think about that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also follow me on Twitch. That's Grip It by the Husk on Twitch. I'm streaming every weekday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm also usually streaming at some point on the weekends as well. Anyway, thanks a lot, and I will see you in the next one real soon.